Good afternoon to everyone. Myself, I am Surya Narayana, working as an assistant professor in DBSIT Kavali. Today, the presentation on finite element method, similar known as FEM, which is for third year mechanical engineers. In last class, we completed first part in unit 2, that is in chapter 2. Those are bar elements. Coming to today, in this class, we will discuss about truss elements. What is truss element and what is the generalized P equation in truss elements? Okay, we will look into this in today's class. And next, we are doing one problem on truss element based on global load vector. First of all, finite element equation for a truss element using transformation matrix. Students, listen. Transformation matrix. What is transformation matrix? We will see in next slides. In this first slide, I am showing two figures here. One is truss element in a local coordinate system, and another one is the truss element in a global coordinate system. First of all, we want to know what is the truss element and what is the local coordinate system and what is global coordinate system. That means truss element is like a one type of bar element. In this, the structure is generated by the pin joints. Okay, the structure is generated by pin joints. Here, the types of loads in this truss element like pulling or pushing, like tension and compression. In this, after that, I'm discussing about what is local coordinate system. A local coordinate system in this in this coordinate system, that means in local coordinate system, this is specified by a origin point. That is, in the local coordinate system, the coordinate is specified by the origin point, origin of the system or origin of the axis. Then it is the origin point, x is the origin point, then y passes through the origin, x is the origin point 0, 0. Then y passes through the origin x from node 1 to 2. It is the node 1 point is the origin 0, 0 points, and it is the node 2. Then y passes through x, y passes through the origin x from node 1 to 2. Why we are using local coordinate system? Why? Because this type of local coordinate system, it is used to minimize the computational efforts. This is used to minimize the computational efforts while we calculating the global stiffness matrix and displacement vectors. It is the local coordinate system. In this, I am showing two nodes. Node 1 having the origin 0, 0, node 2. The x is the origin and y passes through the nodes from 1 to 2. It is the local coordinate system. Okay, we are specifying the local coordinate system by using the nodes from 1 to 2. Coming to global coordinate system, it is very much similar to local coordinate system, but in this global coordinate system, we are specifying the coordinate system by using points. In this, we are specifying the coordinate system not as origin by using points. In global coordinate system, we are mentioning in three types of coordinate systems. One is Cartesian coordinate system, second one is the cylindrical coordinate system, third one is the spherical coordinate system. In this, I am showing that the global displacement vectors or load vectors q1, this is the traveling point or traveling path. One is the origin. Okay, in global coordinate system, the origin is always away from the other 3 points. In that 1, 2, 3, 4. In that the origin 1 is away from all the points. Origin 1 is the points 0, 0. Then it travels Q1, then Q2, after that Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. This is the origin or traveling or trajectory of the point, like in global coordinate system. In this, students, please listen. The origin is always away from the other all 3 points in the global coordinate system. In this type of coordinate system is specified by the points of the structure. In coordinate system, it is measured in 3 ways. One is Cartesian, cylindrical, and spherical. This is the difference between local coordinate system to the global coordinate system. Then I am using the global coordinate system of displacement vectors q1, q2, q3, q4, and using transformation matrix I am generating FE equation for truss element. Okay, we will look into this by using global coordinate system. First of all, consider a plane truss element in a local and global coordinate system. We recently saw that what is local coordinate and what is global coordinate system shows in the figures, figure A and figure B. Figure A is local coordinate system, figure B is global coordinate system. I am using 2 types of both coordinate systems for generating the FE equation for truss elements. Let Q1 dash, Q2 dash are the displacements of the nodes 1 and 2. Okay, in local coordinate system, Q1 dash and Q2 dash are the nodes. For these are the displacements. Q1 dash and Q2 dash are the displacements of node 1 and node 2. Thus, the displacement vector in local coordinate is given by then Q1 dash that equal to Q dash that equal to summing of all and writing of all displacement Q1 dash, Q2 dash, Q3 dash, Q4 dash transpose. Why I am writing transpose? Because it is a transformation matrix. I am writing like that. Q1 dash, Q2 dash, Q3 dash, Q4 dash transpose, where I am taking the global coordinate system here. By taking global coordinate system, Q1 dash that equal to Q1 dash, the angles are cos theta, sin theta. Based on the traveling path, I am taking the positive and negative. First of all, I am taking Q1 dash. Q1 dash that equal to Q1 dash that equal to Q1 cos theta plus Q2 sin theta. Why? Because the traveling path will be Q1 that equal to Q1 cos theta plus Q2 sin theta. The distances will be for Q1 sin theta. It is the traveling path. It is in the direction of passing. Q1 cos theta plus Q2 sin theta. But coming to Q2 dash, it is the Q1 dash will be the distances Q1 cos theta plus Q2 sin theta. But coming to Q2 sin theta, coming to Q2 dash, it will be negative minus, it is in opposite direction of passing, minus Q1 sin theta, minus Q1 sin theta plus Q2 cos theta. Parallelly, Q3 dash equal to Q3 cos theta plus Q4 sin theta. Q4 dash equal to similarly as Q2 dash minus Q3 sin theta plus Q4 cos theta. After writing all the displacements based on the angles, the distances between the displacements, let in this C that equal to cos theta. C that equal to cos theta. We are assuming that C equal to cos theta, S equal to sin theta. So, as per the angles cos theta, C equal to cos theta, the length will be, the distances will be x2 minus x1 by L. For sin theta is equal to y2 minus y1 by L. We already know that this type of equations based on the coordinate points. x1 x2 y1 y2. For cos theta x2 minus x1 by L, this is the formula for C. For S, sin theta equal to y2 minus y1 by L. Then we know the equation for finding the roots. L that equal to square root of the length x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. L. For L, finding the roots, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Based on L, the above equation can be written in a matrix form as Q dash equal to LQ. So assume that Q dash equal to length into displacements or load vector. Then Q dash equal to, we already know that Q dash equal to Q1 dash, Q2 dash, Q3 dash, Q4 dash. Then I'm taking Q1 dash, Q2 dash, Q3 dash, and Q4 dash. Instead of L, I'm taking, we already know that L equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Based on that, we know that x2 minus x1 divided by L that equal to C. x2 minus x1 divided by L1, L equal to C. So for that, I'm taking C. Next, cos theta equal to C. Then plus Q2 sin theta equal to S. Both are positives. So for that, I'm taking C as double zeros. Okay, other ones are zeros. Then coming to Q2 dash, one negative and one positive. Sin theta S minus S plus C. Minus S plus C double zeros. Then coming to Q3 dash, Q3. Okay, the displacement vector in Q3. Q1, Q2s are zeros. Q3 cos theta is C. C, S. Both are positives. Double zeros in Q1, Q2. Q3 as C. Q4 as S. Coming to Q4 dash, 0. Q1, Q2s are zeros. Then sin theta is S minus S plus C. Okay, based on the displacement matrices or displacement vectors, I'm writing in terms of C and S. Next, coming to Q as Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Then the transformation matrix will be, therefore, L equal to CS double zero minus SC double zero CS 0 minus C minus S. It is for finding the transformation matrix, that is L matrix. L equal to, therefore, after that, we are finding the element stiffness matrix for the truss element. We already know that the strain energy equation for local coordinate having U for strain energy for particular element that equal to half Q dash transpose K dash Q dash. Then we already know that the stiffness matrix for bar element or one dimensional element AE by L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Substituting the Q dash that is equal to transformation matrix into Q. Q dash that equal to transformation matrix into displacement matrix or displacement vector. Then UE that equal to half Q dash transpose, that means Q transpose Q dash that equal to TQ. So for that, transformation matrix is L equal to values. So for that, I'm substituting L transpose K dash L into Q. Then why I'm writing Q dash, we already know that in the first equation Q dash equal to LQ. So for that Q dash, I'm writing L in close bracket and Q as in outside. The strain energy in global coordinates can be written as U suffix E that equal to half Q transpose. The total ton will be equal to stiffness matrix K that multiplied with Q, where K is the element stiffness matrix in global coordinates, K that equal to L transpose. Okay, transpose L is the transformation matrix, L transpose K into L. Then K equal to AE by L, but we know that CS. In this equation, I am multiplying the L with L transpose. L with L transpose, we will get C square CS. We are multiplying the stiffness matrix with at a time L transpose into L. Then we will get C square CS minus C square minus CS, CS S square minus CS minus S square minus C square minus CS, C square CS minus CS minus S square, CS S square. This is the element stiffness matrix for the truss element. Then coming to the what are the main differences or distinct national point of view, they asked you like distinguish between the differences, distinguish or write the differences and explain the indifferences between bar element to truss element. You have to write these all types of examples for bar element over the truss element. First of all, coming to bar element, we know that the loads or the displacements of the loaded bar element occur only in x direction. That means in bar element, the load occur only in one direction, that is horizontal. But coming to truss element, it is in the direction of horizontal or vertical, or resolved into horizontal or vertical. Then coming to bar element, the loads in the bar elements are applied in axial direction. In this, that is perpendicular direction, axial direction. In truss elements, the load applied in the truss element are either compression or tension. Previously, I was told you about the loads which are applied in the truss elements are either compression or tension. For joining the bar elements, we are using welding process, but in the truss elements, we are using pin joints for joining the structures. The stiffness matrix for bar element AE by L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Coming to truss elements AE by L, C square CS minus C square CS minus CS, CS S square minus CS minus S square minus C square minus CS, C square CS minus CS minus S square, CS S square. Coming to bar element, the stress will be sigma equal to E into B into Q. In truss element, sigma equal to EE. That is E by L minus L minus M. Okay. Students, not confused. Some type of textbooks, they written like L square LM minus L square minus LM, LM M square minus LM minus M square. Some type of textbooks like C square CS minus C square minus CS. In that, the stress will be also written as like E by L minus L minus M, LM. Okay. Why? Because we are assuming like that C square CS and minus C square CS. Instead of C square CS, we are taking like L square LM minus L square minus LM. So both are similar. Remember that point. Where in this, B is the displacement matrix and Q is the nodal displacement. Then the consistent mass matrix for a bar element is rho AL by 6, 2, 1, 1, 2. Coming to truss element, rho AL by 6, 2, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. These are the main differences or comparisons between bar element to truss element. Next, I'm doing one problem on truss element having in local coordinate system. The origin will be X having the points 0, 0. Then consider the truss element with the coordinates I, the coordinates 10, I, 10, 10 and Q 50, 40. If the displacement vector Q that equal to 15, 10, 21, 43 transpose. Okay, they given in the problem based on the transformation matrix 15, 10, 21, 43 transpose. That is, here the transpose is appeared, then we have to guess the problem is related to the transformation matrix MM. Then determine stress in the element. That is, they given to you, find out the stress, that is sigma. Second one is the stiffness matrix. If Young's modulus E equal to 70 gigapascal and area equal to 200 millimeter square. Stiffness matrix, second one is the K. First of all, they given the coordinate points I in brackets 10, 10. We have assumed like that x1, y1 and q points, q coordinates are x2, y2. x2, y2. First of all, I am writing the given data q, that equal to displacement vector 15, 10, 21, 43 transpose millimeters. Young's modulus E equal to 70 gigapascals. I am converting into 70 into 10 cube Newton per mm square, millimeter square. Area that equal to 200 millimeter square. First of all, I am representing the given coordinate points in local coordinate system. I am taking the origin x and y. Then after that, I am writing the node points IQ like 1 and 2. X is the origin and y passes through the points from node 1 to 2. Node 1 having the coordinate points 10, 10. Node 2 having the points 50, 40. After that, we have the formulas for finding the cosines like L and M. Okay, in previously I was told you about C and L. The both are similar. S and M both are similar. Okay, based on your interest, according to the situation, we have to use C and M, C and L, S and M parallelly or consequently. Then L equal to, okay, L or C. L equal to cosine cos theta, that equal to x2 minus x1 by L1. M equal to sin theta, y2 minus y1 by L1 or LE. Then we have the formula for finding the roots. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Then in that point, we already know the coordinate points. First of all, the first node will be x1, y1. x1 equal to 10, y1 equal to 10. x2 equal to 50, y2 equal to 40. For that, x2 minus x1. Here, x2 is 50, x1 is 10. 50 minus 10 whole square plus y2 is 40, y1 is 10 plus square root of 40 minus 10 whole square. Then that equal to square root of 50 minus 10, 40 whole square plus 40 minus 10, 30 whole square. Then after that, $1,600 plus 900, we get square root of 2500. We already know that 5 5s are 25. Then length will be 50 millimeters. Okay, length will be find out. After that, L equal to x2. We already know that L equal to x2 minus x1 by L. E. LE length for particular element. In this, LE is found out. Therefore, find out the cosines like L equal to cos theta, x2 minus x1 by L1. x2 is 50, x1 equal to 10 divided by length, LE equal to 50. After that, 50 minus 10 equal to 40 divided by 50, we will get 0.8. Then M equal to y2 minus y1 by LE. y2 minus sin theta, M equal to sin theta, y2 minus y1 by LE. That is 40 minus 10 equal to 30 divided by 50, we will get 0.6. After that, they given in the problem, you have to find out the stress sigma in the element. Sigma for bar element, we know that EBQ, E Young's modulus into strain displacement vector and nodal vector. But in the test element, sigma equal to E by L minus L minus M LM. In other forms, minus C minus S CS into Q. Instead of B matrix, we are writing like minus L minus M LM. First of all, we know that Young's modulus 70 gigapascal converting into Newton per mm square millimeter square. 70 into 10 cube divided by length of the entire element 50 minus L will be 0.8, M will be 0.6. After all substituting the values, Q will be 15, 10, 21, 43. Okay, in the first problem they given Q equal to 15, 10, 21, 43 transport. I'm converting into vertical. They given in the horizontal, I'm transposing into vertical element. Then the total will be 1400 minus 0.8 minus 0.6, 0.8, 0.6, 15, 10, 21, 43. After calculating 1400, minus 0.8 into 15 plus 0.6 into 10 plus 0.8 into 21 plus 0.6 into 43. You will get sigma equal to 34,440 Newton per millimeter square. So up to now, we have calculated the stress for the truss element only. After that, you have to find out the stiffness matrix for the truss element. We already know that the displacement vector Q dash equal to taken as L into Q, transformation matrix into nodal vector, where the transformation matrix L is given by L equal to Lm double zero. Instead of we have to write CS double zero 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 CS. So instead of CS, I am taking Lm double zero 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 Lm. After that, yeah, we already know the values of L and M. L equal to 0.8, M equal to 0.6. Substituting the values of L in equation 1, Q dash equal to LQ. Instead of L, I am writing the values of 0.8, 0.6 double zeros, 0.8, 0.6. And Q will be 15, 10, 21, 43. After the simplification and calculations, you will get the values of 18, 42.6. After that, finding of the element stiffness matrix, that is K for truss element, AE by L, instead of C and S, I'm writing like L square LM minus L square minus LM, LM M square minus LM minus M square, minus L square minus LM, L square LM, minus LM minus M square, LM M square. Okay, both are similar and both are parallel. You can't afraid of that. You have to use. You have to write to use instead of C that equal to L, instead of M you have to use S. That equal to Young's modulus will be 70 into 10 cube into area will be 200 mm square by length of entire structure, that is 50. L will be L square. We already know that the value of L 0.8, 0.8 square equal to 0.64. LM 0.8 into 0.6, we will get 0.48 minus L square minus 0.8 square, that equal to minus 0.64 minus LM minus 0.8 into 0.6, you will get minus 0.48. Similarly, the values of LM M square minus LM M minus M square, you will get all the values, that is K equal to, by taking 2.8 into 10 to the power of 5 into as common, then the remaining values like 0.64 minus 0.48 minus 0.64 minus 0.48. Parallelly, the continuing values are consecutive values. Okay, this is the procedure finding out the values of stresses sigma, that equal to 34,440 Newton per millimeter square. And second one, B, is the finding of element stiffness matrix for truss element K equal to 2.8 into 10 to the power of 5 and the values in the matrix. This is 4 by 4 matrix. Okay. Okay, thank you, students. If you like this video, please subscribe to DBS Talks YouTube channel. Okay, thanks once again.